to them. I know it.
No, Curly.
Mr. Fox said they'd be here at 7 o'clock. He said
They have 2 miles to walk. You can't expect.
they've been picked up. That's what happened. They've been taken.
You see? Mrs. Bondon. Mr. Bondon. Later. There were too many of the green police on the street. We had to take the long way around. And my wife Ennis, Mr. and Mrs. Bondon, their son, Peter, my daughters, Margot and Anne. I'm sorry there's so much confusion. Please, don't think so. After all, we have plenty of leisure to arrange everything ourselves. We put the stores of food you sent in here. Your drugs are here. Soap, linen here.
Thank you, Meat.
I made up the beds, the way Mr. Frank and Mr. Crater said. Forgive me, I have to hurry. I've got to go to the other side of town to get some ration books for you.
Ration books? If they see our names on ration books, they'll know we're here.
There isn't anything. Don't worry, your names won't be on them. I'll be up later. Thank you, Luke.
It's illegal then, the ration books. We've never done anything illegal.
We won't be living here exactly according to regulations. This isn't a black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market, helping all of the hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out in Amsterdam.
It's the Western.
I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs in the office before the workmen get here. Meep or I, or both of us, will be up each day to bring you food and news and find out what your needs are. Tomorrow I'll get you a better bolt for the door at the foot of the stairs. It needs a bolt that you could throw yourself and open only at our signal. Oh, you'll tell them about the noise. I'll tell them. Goodbye then for the moment. I'll come up again after the workmen leave. Goodbye, Mr. Craylor.
How can we thank you?
I never thought I'd live to see the day when a man like Mr. Frank would go into hiding. When you think,
What did he mean about the noise?
first let us take off some of these clothes. It is a wonder we aren't arrested, walking along the street. Petrona with the fur coat in July, and that cat of Peter's crying all the way.
A cat?
Now, about the noise. While the men are in the building below, we must have complete quiet. Every sound can be heard down there, not only in the workrooms, but in the offices too. The men come at about 8:30 and leave at about 5:30. So, to be perfectly safe, from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, we must move only when it is necessary. And then, in the stockinged feet, we must not speak above a whisper. We must not run any water. We cannot use the sink or even, forgive me, the WC. The pipes go down through the workroom. It could be heard. No trash.
Until it's over.
After 6, we can move about. We can move about. We can talk and laugh and have our supper and read and play games, just as we would at home. And now, I think it would be wise if we all went to our room and were settled before 8 o'clock. Mrs. Von John and you and her husband will be upstairs. I regret that there's no place up there for Peter, but he will be here, near us. This will be our common room, where we'll meet to talk and eat and read, like our family. And where do you and Mrs. Frank sleep? This room is also our bedroom.
That isn't right. Well,
It's your
sleep
place.
here and you take the room upstairs.
It's your place. Please, I've thought about this for weeks. It's the best art arrangement, the only arrangement.
Never can we thank you. I don't know what would have happened to us if you hadn't been to Mr. Frank.
You don't know how your husband helped me when I came to the country, knowing no one, not able to speak the language. I can never repay him for that. May I help you with your things? No. Come along, Lucy. Lucy.
You'll be all right, Peter. You're not afraid.
Please, Mother. You too must have some rest, Edith. You didn't close your eyes last night, nor you, Margot.
I slept, Father. Wasn't that funny? I knew it was the last night in my own bed, and yet I slept soundly.
I'm glad, Anne. Now you'll be able to help me straighten things in here. Come with me. You and Margot rest in this room for time to being.
You're sure? I could help. And Anne hasn't had her meal.
I'll give it to her. Anne, Peter, it's best that you take off your shoes now before you forget.
You're sure you're not tired, Anne? I feel fine. I'm going to help Father. Peter, I'm glad you are to be with us. Yes, Mrs. Brown. What's your cat's name? Mooshy. Mooshy, Mooshy, Mooshy. I love cats. I have one, a darling little cat, but they made me leave her behind. I left some food and a note for the neighbor to take care of her. I'm gonna miss her terribly. What is yours? A him or a her? He's a Tom. He doesn't like strangers. Then I'll have to stop being a stranger, won't I? Where did you go to school? Jewish secondary, but that's where Margot and I go. I never saw you around. I used to see you sometimes. You did? In the schoolyard. You were always in the middle of a bunch of kids. Why didn't you ever come over? I'm sorry, I'm a lone wolf. What are you doing? Taking it off. But you can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go out without your star. Who's going out? Why, of course, you're right. Of course we don't need them anymore. I wonder what our friends will think when we don't show up today. I didn't have any dates with anyone. Oh, I did. I had a date with Dopey to go and play ping pong at her house. Do you know Dopey the Wolf? No. Dopey's my best friend. I wonder what she'll think when she telephones and there's no answer. Probably she'll go over to the house. I wonder what she'll think. We left everything as if we'd suddenly been called away. Breakfast dish in the sink, bed's not made. Look, it's still there. What are you going to do with yours? Burn it. It's funny, I can't throw mine away. I don't know why. You can't, girl. Something they branded you with that we made you wear so they could spit on you. I know, but after all, it is the Star of Satan, isn't it? Maybe it's different for a girl.
Forgive me, Peter. Now let me see. We must find a bed for your cat. I'm glad you brought your cat. Anne was feeling so badly about hers. Here we are. Will it be comfortable in that?
Thanks.
And here is your room. But I warn you, Peter, you can't grow any more. Not an inch or you'll have to sleep with your feet out of the skylight. Are you hungry?
No.
We have some bread and butter.
No, thank you.
You can have it for luncheon then. And tonight we'll have real supper, our first supper together.
Thanks.
That's a nice boy, Peter.
He's awfully shy, isn't he?
You'll like him, I know.
I certainly hope so, since he's the only boy I'm likely to see for months and months.
And oh, there's a box there. And Ellie, there's a box there. Will you open it?
You know the way I'm going to think of it here? I'm going to think of it as a boarding house, a very peculiar summer boarding house like the one that we... Father, my movie stars, I was wondering where they were. I was looking for them this morning. And Queen Wilhelmina, how wonderful.
There's something more. Go on, look further.
A diary! I've never had a diary, and I've always longed for one. Pencil, 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 pencil! I'm going down to the office to get a pencil.
Anne, no!
But there's no one in the building now.
It doesn't matter. I don't want you ever to go beyond that door.
Never? Not even at nighttime when everyone is gone, or on Sundays? Can't I go down to the radio?
Never. I'm sorry, Anakin. It isn't safe. No, you must never go beyond that door.
I see.
It will be hard, I know. But always remember this, Anakin. There are no walls, there are no bolts, no locks that anyone can put on your mind. Meep will bring us books. We will read history, poetry, mythology. Here's your milk. As a matter of fact, between us and being here has certain advantages for you. For instance, you remember the battle you had with your mother the other day on the subject of overshoes. Ugh, my gosh. You said you'd rather die than wear overshoes, but in the end, you had to wear them. Well, now you see, for as long as we are here, you will never have to wear overshoes. Isn't that good? And the coat you had inherited from Margot, you won't have to wear that anymore. And the piano, you won't have to practice on the piano. I'll tell you, this is going to be a fine life for you.
I thought I'd better get some water for Moshi before...
Of course.
I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding, but I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to call outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the night that frightens me most. Every time I hear a creak in the house or a step on the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The day is on. So bad. At least we know that Meep and Mr. Taylor are down there below us in the office. Our protectors, we call them. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out they were hiding us. Pim said that they would suffer the same fate we would. Imagine! They know this, and yet, when they come up here, they're always cheerful and gay, as if there were nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, the 21st of August, 1942. Today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. The weather